Hello, welcome again to another day of classes. Today we're gonna be continuing with the rest of the Unit 1. In the previous class, we were talking about how to ask questions to get to know people, and we were using the past tense. Today, we're gonna be continuing with the rest of the unit, and in this case, we're gonna be discussing our childhoods by using the grammar used to. Something really important and really used in English. So, I hope that you get to understand this and that you feel good with it. Okay, but to start, let's talk about something. What is childhood? Okay, if you remember from last video when we were seeing the vocabulary, childhood is the moment in your life when you are a child, when you're a little kid. It can be from like when you were born to like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. That is your childhood. Okay, and to start with this unit, we're gonna be doing a word power. You're gonna be completing the word map and adding two more words of your own to each category. Okay, so we have amusement park, beach, cat, collect comic books, fish, play video games, playground, stickers, teddy bear, toy cars, total, and watch cartoons. And here we have pets, the animals, hobbies, possessions, and places from your childhood. Okay, so take your time to complete this chart. When you finish, you can continue with the video. Okay, so if you finish, let's check. Well, for the pets, we have the cat, my favorite actually, fish, and turtles. For places, we have an amusement park, the beach, and a playground. For hobbies, we have collect comic books, play video games, and watch cartoons. And for possessions, we have stickers, teddy bear, and toy cars. Okay, if you have those answers, very good. Some other things that you can add to each one of them can be in the pets, dogs, or maybe a snake. For hobbies, you can do for when you were a child who play in a playground can be something. Places can be like park, and possessions can be, I don't know, small other kind of toys. Maybe action figures, for example. They are really famous between childs. Okay, very good. Let's go to a new area in these interchange books that is called perspectives. In this case, we're going to be seeing the one that is called When I Was a Kid. Okay? You're going to be listening to these statements and you're going to be thinking in which ones were true or are true about you. Okay? So, if they are true for you, you're going to be checking in your mind. Okay? So, let's listen.
Page 5. Exercise 7. Perspectives. When I was a kid. Part A. Listen to these statements about changes. Check those that are true about you.
When I was a kid, I never used to play sports, but now I like to keep fit.
I used to go out with friends a lot, but now I don't have any free time.
When I was younger, I didn't used to collect anything, but now I do.
I didn't used to be a good student, but now I love to study and learn new things.
I never used to follow politics, but now I read the news online every morning.
I used to be really neat and organized, but now I'm very messy.
I used to care a lot about my appearance. Now I'm too busy to care about how I look.
Okay, very good. Maybe some of these are true about you. Perhaps like being organized and neat and now being very busy or thinking about politics. For me, there's nothing like actually that is true about me. Maybe this one, but in the other way around. I used to be very messy and now I'm more neat and organized. That can be something true for me. And if you notice, in all of these statements, these people were using used to. And something really important, and that it's the key of all of this, is that they were talking about things or how they used to be, how they were in the past, but they are not like this or they don't do this anymore. and that is the core of used to. Used to refers to something that you regularly did in the past but don't do anymore. You did it in the past a lot, or it was frequent, but now it doesn't appear. It doesn't happen. That is used to. We use used to for that. I used to do these things, but I am not doing it right now. Okay? Okay. Now, let's take a moment to see this material about used to, so to better understand all of this. And first is to see the form of how to use used to. Okay, we can use in affirmative, in negative, and in questions. Okay, for affirmative, you use used to. Okay, with the T, so it's in past. And you can say used to play, used to go, used to swim, used to make. Using the subject first. I used to play in the background, in the playground. Sorry, I used to swim every day, but now I don't. I used to teach in a school, but now I don't. I teach online now. Okay. I used to buy a lot of things. Now I don't have money. Okay. You see, all of these things are things that you used to do in the past, but now you don't. Okay. We can also use this in negative by using didn't and then used to without the D because it needs to be in the base form. Since you have didn't, or here did is the same, you cannot use the verb in the past form. It needs to be in the base. To say something negative, you use didn't used to. Okay, I didn't used to play a lot as a child. I didn't used to swim because I never went to a pool, sadly. I didn't used to study that much because I didn't care. Okay, and for question is used starting with did you used to, the same thing. Since we are having did here, we don't need to use the past form. Did you used to study a lot as a child? It's like asking you something if you did it a lot in the past, but I know that you're not. Okay, now, did you used to make fun out of me? Did you used to buy a lot of stuff? Okay, that is how you make the used to the sentences. Okay, and also you can always use past simple instead of used to. Okay, in this specific way, it's another way. This is another way to talk about things in the past. Okay, so here we have some usages. You can use it for repeated actions in the past, which are usually finished now, and you cannot use it for action that happened only once in the past. So if it's something that happened only one time in the past, then you cannot use used to because this is specifically for things that happen regularly in the past. Okay, in this case, you would use simple past. Okay, so let's see. For past habits or past routines that are not true anymore, you can use the used to. I used to play tennis, but now I play only football. Okay? I played tennis in the past, but now I don't play it. That is what it means. Okay? Some other example. I didn't used to eat apples, but now I love them. In the past, I didn't eat apples, but now I do. That is what this means. Another example. Did he this was in negative, this is in positive, and this is a question. Did he used to go to school? Did he go to school every day in the past? That is what this means. And this is basically the use for used to. Okay? I hope that you understand this part. Let's see some other examples right here in the book. Okay? So we know that used to refer to something that you regularly did in the past, but don't do anymore. And here we have some questions and some answers in positive and negative. Okay? Did you used to collect things? Notice how we use and not used because we already have did here. Did you used to collect things? Yes, I used to collect comic books. No, I didn't used to collect anything, but now I collect old records. This is a just now question, and this is a WH question. It's basically the same thing. It's just using this verb. What sports did you used to play? I used to play baseball and volleyball. I never used to play sports, but now I play tennis. Okay? Very good. I hope that you understand this. It's actually quite easy after you understand how to use it, but it can be a little bit confusing for some people. But I know that you can understand this really easy because you're really intelligent. Okay? Now, let's take a moment to complete this exercise by using used to and the correct way of using it in each one of these cases. Okay, so take your time to complete this and then we're gonna continue. Okay, finish? Let's check. Did you used to have any pets when you were a kid? Yes, I used to have a white cat named Snowball. Did you and your classmates used to play together after school? No, we didn't used to play during the week. We used to study a lot. What music did you used to listen to? I used to listen to a rock a lot. Actually, I still do. What hobbies did you used to have when you were little? I didn't used to have any hobbies, but now I play chess every week. Okay, if you have those answers, that is very good. Okay, let's continue. And now something important about used to, and it's starting to notice the difference in the pronunciation between used to and used to. Okay, so let's listen to this and let's try to practice the pronunciation of used to. Okay, so first let's listen and then I will do it with you. Okay, let's listen.
Page 6, Exercise 9. Pronunciation. Used to. Part A. Listen and practice. Notice that the pronunciation of used to and used to is the same.
When I was a child, I used to play the guitar. I used to have a nickname. I didn't used to like scary movies. I didn't used to study very hard at school.
Okay, so you notice that there is actually no difference between one with the other. It's used to and used to. It's exactly the same thing. You don't need to be worrying about, okay, how to pronounce it correctly or anything. It's just the same, okay? When I was a child, I used to play the guitar. I used to have a nickname. I didn't used to like scary movies. I didn't used to study very hard at school. So it's quite easy. It's just used to. Okay? It's the same for both of them. Very good. Now let's go to the last part for today. That is a reading. It's called A Life in Paintings, the Frida Kahlo story. Maybe you know this girl. She was really, really important and in the past. She's Mexican. So let's read this story about Frida Kahlo. Okay, take your time. You can stop the video here to read all of this. Okay, and now after you read this, let's complete these exercises. Okay, you're gonna circle the following words in the article and match them to the definitions below. Okay, you're supposed to look for these words so you can read the text again by going back in the video and then sort it, match it with their definitions, okay? So take your time to do it. Now we finish. Let's check. Well, courage is the ability to control your fear in a difficult situation. A tragedy is a very sad event or situation. The destiny is the things that will happen in the future, okay? A cast is a special hard case that protects a broken bone. To recognize is to accept that something is good or valuable. And an injury, it's basically a damage to a person's body. If you remember from last video, you will know these words for sure, okay? And the second part is to answer the 6 questions, okay? So take your time to read the questions and answer them. You finished? Let's check. So, for question number 1, what did Kahlo do to get healthier after her childhood illness? Well, she played soccer and took up boxing. She exercised. Why did Kahlo start painting? She started painting to entertain herself during her illness. Why did Kahlo often do self-portraits? Because she was often alone and she knew herself very well. What did Kahlo compare her marriage to? Kahlo compared her marriage to the bus accident, so it was really bad. Why couldn't Kahlo have children? She couldn't have children because of the bus accident and her bad health. What was unusual about Kahlo's appearance? She wore traditionally Mexican clothes and had a traditional braided hairstyle. She had thick eyebrows. You know what are the eyebrows? These are the eyebrows. Okay? Okay, very good. So, this is everything for today. I hope that you like this video, and next week we're gonna be continuing with the Unit 2 of the Interchange, Level 2 book, their blue book. But for now, I hope that you like this video, okay? See you in the next time. Bye!